guys, and welcome to the fish room. I am Rachel O'Leary, and guess what? We're having another snow day, so I'm down here doing some water changes and just working in the fish room. And I stopped by my P.O. box and picked up some fan mail. But what I'm most excited about is to share with you guys my new camera. Now, for the longest time, I had been shooting with a Nikon D7000 DSLR, which was a fantastic camera for photography. I'm really proud of the images I'm able to get from it, but it had a few flaws for shooting video. The focal points weren't great in automatic focus, which you almost have to use if you're doing any sort of dynamic shooting, moving around, talking, gesturing like I tend to do. It didn't have an indicator light showing that it was actively recording, so a lot of times I would record entire videos without pushing the record button the whole way. And it was really, really heavy and clunky, which was, I like the feel of the camera for photography. Let me grab it and show it to you. So this is what I have been shooting with for many years. Now, I bought this camera a really long time ago, but it stayed really, really great for still image photography. But again, no flip screen, no indicator light, and just kind of clunky for video. So I've been in the market for quite a while now for a new camera for video so I can improve the experience for you guys. And I'm really, really lucky that one of the local dive parents or dive and swim parents is a Sony rep. And he loaned me the camera that I'm shooting this on right now for me to try out and see how I liked it. And that's the Sony Alpha 6500. And it was a bit out of my budget. I think it's about $1,300 for the body alone. And of course I'd have to get all new lenses. It does take interchangeable lenses, which I really felt was important for me for the camera to have more uses than just shooting a vlog. It's also extremely compact, less than a pound, which sounds awesome to me. But some of the things that I really, really wanted in a new camera were a flip screen so I could see if I was in focus, because that was a big problem with this one. I need to be able to use a mic down here because of all the sound pollution. And I really, really wanted to be able to get both really great video quality as well as good images. So I looked at a ton of different cameras. I did exhaustive research on the internet, and basically what I learned was that there wasn't a non-DSLR option that had everything that I wanted. Either the cameras had fantastic video and photo abilities, but no microphone port, or no flip screen, or they had the flip screen and the video capabilities, but no ability to add a microphone, which I really didn't think was optional down here with the level of sound. But I was able to find a way to make this A6500 work. So I thought I didn't do a traditional unboxing because that's just not my thing. So I unpacked everything, and I'm going to show you what I got and how I'm going to set it up. Now, there are still a few accessories that are coming that I'm pretty excited about. This is the camera, and this is a macro lens on it. You can see immediately the difference in bulk of these two cameras. This one is over twice as heavy as this one. This has 16.2 megapixels. This has 24.2. This can shoot 4K video. I'm not even sure what the resolution on my Nikon is for video. I think it's probably 1080. So this is it. I went ahead and attached the strap. It's got an eye cup piece, which is really, really needed for taking photography so that you can get the best view. It has a screen that swivels, which is useful for framing shots, but again, it doesn't flip out. It does have a microphone port. Now, one thing that I'm not super thrilled about with this camera is it only takes a single SD card. Now, I usually use 32 or 64 gigabyte SD cards, so that's not a problem. The phone, or the camera, is rechargeable using micro USB, which I really like because it's the same charger as my cell phone, which means some of the redundancy of carrying chargers is reduced. Now, I have the mic on the current camera that I'm shooting with, but the mic can also attach to this cold shoe here, and then it plugs into the side. So all in all, it had almost everything I wanted except for that flip screen. Now, one of the reasons I really went with this camera is because it has the highest focal points pretty much of any camera out there, and you can set facial recognition for it, which is useful for me because it means I can set it so that it will even recognize specific fish or specific sort of planes within the aquarium so that I can get a better automatic focus for you guys. Now, even though this is great with autofocus, it's also very, very capable in manual. But again, one of the things that I didn't like was that it didn't have a flip screen. However, Sony also makes a monitor. Now, the monitor was a bit pricey. I think it was about 500 bucks, 400 bucks, something like that. And it has this sun shield, which is easily removable. I probably won't need it very much in the fish room, but if I'm shooting outside or at sports events, or if I'm doing anything that's in particularly bright light, this will be really useful. And this is a monitor that's used so that I can see what I'm recording, and it also will pick up the mic levels, the light levels. I can do adjustments on it for my focus, my exposure, and things like that. So it's really pretty cool, and it's very easy to set up. You just put it on like that. It has a 360 swivel, and it mounts onto that cold shoe. Now, this seemed like the perfect solution for me for not having the front-facing screen. However, I quickly realized that if I have this on the cold shoe, then where am I going to mount my mic? So there's an aftermarket cage that goes around the camera. I picked up the small rig cage for this particular camera that wraps right around the lens and the body of the camera. It doesn't obstruct any buttons, but what it does is it has holes all over it, and it has an additional cold shoe mount. So I'll be able to mount my microphone as well right next to my monitor. The monitor does use the exact same batteries as the camera. And the battery life on the monitor is supposed to be a few hours. There are some negative reviews of this camera for it overheating, but that I found is only if you have the screen in entirely. So when I have it set up on my tripod, I just open that screen and I haven't had any issues with overheating at all. It has about a 30-minute record time, which is better than my Nikon. My Nikon was 20 minutes. I found out the hard way when I was visiting Joey. All in all, I found this camera to be really easy to use. The controls are all clearly marked, and it has a button called the function button, the effing button. The effing button. Thanks for that joke, Brian. Where you can pull up most of your settings quickly in order to change them while shooting. But all in all, I think it's pretty versatile. It's still, even with this big monitor on here, it's half the weight of my Nikon. And I'm really stoked to improve my video quality for you guys. Now, I think after I've been using this for a bit and I have the cage and I have the full setup, I'll do a more comprehensive review for you. But I know a lot of you have been really curious about what kind of camera I got. So there she is. And isn't it beautiful? All right. Also, that monitor uses a mini HDMI cable, which was included with it. Super easy to set up and use. Now, I got a little bit of fan mail that I wanted to go over, and then we'll take a look at some of the fish around the fish room. I knew this one was coming. This is some shrimp food. Made up of chlorella algae, glucosamine, fennel, bee pollen, lecithin, mulberry leaves, and peas. I may give it a try and then give this person, who's Jameson Daniel of the Shrimp Pimp, an honest feedback. And this, I don't know what it is. Do I have my scissors? My elusive scissors? What is this? Oh my God, that's so cool. Wow. Thank you, Big Jim. This is exceptionally awesome. You guys see that? I love collecting neat things like this. So thank you very much. I'm extremely surprised and tickled pink. Now, if you guys wanted to be able to send me fan mail or anything, I do put the P.O. box address in the description of every video. So I thought today I would show you a quick update on the 75-gallon, show you the baby Endlis, and just go around the fish room. We'll take a look at some fish. My weather has still been so dreadful that I can't ship, but I also can't get much in. So not a whole lot has changed down here, but I wanted to get your input on which tank I should redo next, so make sure you stay tuned so you can let me know in the comments below. So as I was shooting this, the mail lady came and brought me the last of the equipment I had ordered. So I'm pretty excited. This is the cage that's going to go around my camera and some extra batteries. Hopefully this is pretty self-explanatory. I've never used anything like this before. Hawk smash again. Hopefully it's pretty self-explanatory. Can't imagine it's that complicated to figure it out. Oh yeah. I'm going to take off my lens. So it just fits right around the body of the camera. And then you screw it in the bottom. There we go. I'm using my thumbnail as a very handy screwdriver. All right. I'm not sure what this is for. Honestly. I'm just going to throw the lens back on here real quick. So this will be the final manifestation. Set that aside for now. And I'll show you guys. See how it has the additional mount here? That'll make it so that my mic can sit right here. And all the buttons are still exposed. It doesn't interfere with this back screen. It actually feels pretty nice in my hand. So yeah, very excited. So just to show you guys how this thing will work up close, I have the microphone mounted and then the screen with the swivel set to face front. This is my macro lens. This is the cage. And then you can see how nice the monitor is. And so you can see it gives you the audio levels, and when it's recording, it says recording. So I'll be able to see that. And not only that, but by utilizing these different buttons, I can change the exposure, take pictures, do all kinds of really cool things. I'm pretty excited, and I think that this is going to be a super worthwhile investment for you guys and YouTube. As always, me being able to get all of this is because of you guys and your support, so thank you very much. I am beyond excited to increase the quality of what I'm doing for you guys, and I have lots of plans for really cool videos in the upcoming weeks, so make sure you have that notification bell on and that you're subscribed so you don't miss any of those or my live streams. This Friday's live stream will probably be in the morning my time. I think what we will do now is I'll just go around and shoot some more footage for you guys of the various fish that we'll put with some music at the end here. As always, make sure you stop by my Instagram, my Facebook, and my website, MsJinx.com, where you can find my upcoming speaking engagements, my current stock list, and information on all things nano.